So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this beautiful day of day 13 to make all your wishes come true. Now, we are at day 13. It's a beautiful day out here where I'm living, and I hope it is the same there. Monsoon is everywhere in India, so I'm hoping that it's a beautiful there as well. We'll start with a beautiful quote with Vincent Norman. Norman Vincent Peale, he is a writer, better known as Vincent Norman, but he says, imagination is the true magic carpet. Now, what was the magic carpet used for? Basically, the magic carpet is an imagination of the Arabic folklore that says that it helps you to go anywhere. Practically, your thought, your imagination is more like a true magic carpet because you can be anywhere at any given time, at any given place just with your imagination. So I think imagination is the true magic carpet that we call. If you have been following the magical practices day by day, you have now built an amazing foundation by practicing gratitude for everything you have received and continue to receive in your life. But today is an exciting day because you're going to begin to use gratitude's magical power for your dreams and desires. So, if you have been following what is being said in this book, you have already laid a very strong foundation for everything that you have received or everything that is on the way to you. But today we are going to do something new with gratitude's magical power for your dreams and desires. And let's see what it is. Hundreds of native cultures through the century have traditionally given thanks for what they want before they received it, creating elaborate ceremonies to put as much energy as they could into giving thanks. Now, this is basically a tradition in many of the African countries that they actually celebrate before they receive it. One of the major thing that they do is that for their crop, they will have a feast for the crop even before the crop is ready. So it has been a tradition in a lot of cultures. Even in our culture, we do have something like that. You know that we do when things even before the things are delivered or things happen. Sorry about that. Uh, creating elaborate ceremonies to put as much energy as they could into giving thanks. The Egyptians have celebrated the flooding of Nile River. Now, Egyptians actually used to celebrate the Nile River. They used to celebrate the flooding of Nile River. And all the flooding, they didn't know this thing that a flooding of a river actually does good to the fields around it because it brings in a lot of fertile soil. It brings a lot of slit that is very fertile for growth. Uh, mm, I'm sure that Egyptians didn't know about the existence of slit, but they understood that every time Nile used to flood, they had a better crop. So eventually they started celebrating and waiting for that flooding of Nile to happen. And this has been going on since ancient times to ensure the continual flow of water in river. American Indians and Australian Aborigines performed rain dances. Various African tribes perform ceremonies for food before they hunt for it. And very nature of prayer in every culture and religion is giving thanks before having received what is desired, right? We also do that. Don't we do upvas? Don't we do the fasting even before we receive it? You're fasting. I have seen this thing, girls would fast for a good husband, whether the husband is going to be good or not, but you have to fast your entire life beyond an age to get a good husband. Right. So we always work on that positivity. We always celebrate something that is not happened for it to happen. But why? The law of attraction says that attract attracts like, which means you must form in your mind a likeness or an image of what you want. Then to attract your desire to you, you have to feel as though it's yours. So that's how you feel is also like how you would feel when you had what you wanted. A little bit complicated sentence, but what it is trying to say is that the law of attraction says that it will attract what you like. So it also works in the form like, if you want something good to happen, not like this. See, yeah, let me tell you this in a different way. Imagine you're sitting in a room, okay? You're sitting in a room, and I ask you to tell me how many red things do you see in that room. Now, instantly, what you're trying to see is that you're trying to point out everything red in that room. You might be able to come up with five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 red things, or maybe more than that. But what is interesting is that when you were looking for that red thing in your room, you did not see the wall, majority of the color, the most major color in your room, or you did not see other things which could be much, much bigger than the red color. So when you look for something, when you look for bad, bad is what you get. When you look for good, good is what you get. That is the law of attraction. If you think wrong, if you don't appreciate, if you are always thinking negative in life, you will get negative. And this is what they say. They are asking you to celebrate positivity. She's asking you to celebrate positivity as if you already have it. So if you want to have, let's say, a car, don't just say, oh, I wish I had a car. Oh, I wish I had a car. Celebrate it. I'm thankful for the car that I have. I'm thankful for the car I'm driving. I'm thankful for its engine capacity. Imagine yourself in that car. Imagine yourself in driving that car, going and buying that car. What you're doing is that you're creating a sankalp and you're putting a bhavna to it. And sankalp plus bhavna is what your reality is. So that is what she's trying to do and sell. The easiest way to do is to be grateful for what you want before you received it. So be grateful for something you want before you received it. If it never occurred to you before to use gratitude to receive what you want, you have now discovered another of its magical power. The very words in the Holy Scriptures promise exactly that. Now, if you were not aware of this, if you are not aware of something that, I want to copy this and keep. So, if you are not aware of this in your life today, you have something that you have discovered new, and that is whoever has gratitude. No, just trying to. Okay, seconds. Just 1 second. I'm just trying to. Uh, okay, I'll take explain. Okay, why is it so? Whoever has gratitude will be given more in the future, and he or she will have an abundance. This is something that the author has repeated many times, many times, and this is true in our life as well. Gratitude is something you must have before you can receive, not something that you simply do after something good has happened. So if you have gratitude for something that you have completely done, if you have done and you received it, that is not gratitude. It is just a formality that you're doing. Faith is, see, the difference between trust and faith. Trust requires proof, right? So I will trust you if you have done something for me good, right? I will trust you. Eventually, I will trust you. Trust is day by day, it's built day by day. So if you have done something good, eventually I'll trust you. Faith, on the other hand, does not require you to have an example. That is why we have faith on God. We might not have seen Him doing directly anything to us. It's not like that you're praying, God, I'm lack of money, and He is like Tathastu, and the figure, comes in the background and is blessing you with gold coins. No, doesn't work like that. Somebody, somewhere, some emotion, some place, you will get the money, and we thank God. So that is faith. Although we are not able to connect it to God or the prayer, but we know that it came because of the prayer that we did. So that is faith. Now, faith is blind. Faith doesn't require you to have proof. It doesn't require you to have the proof of, that something is being done. That is exactly what you need in here as well. With you and something that you want in your life, you should have the faith that it will happen. No matter what, it will happen. It is not your job to think how. Never. It's not your job to think how. Your job is to have the faith that it is going to happen. Your job is to have the unshakable belief that this is going to happen, and that is all you need. Gratitude is something you must have. Okay, and be have the faith before you actually get it. Through the act of being sincerely grateful for receiving your desire beforehand, you immediately form an image in your mind that you have it. As you feel as though you have it and you're fulfilling your part. If you continue to hold that image and feeling, you will magically receive your desire. You won't know how you will receive it, and it is not your job to figure it out. You don't try to figure out how gravity is going to keep you on the ground when you go for a walk, do you? You trust and know that when you go for a walk, the law of gravity will keep you firmly on the ground. Likewise, you must trust and know that when you are grateful for what you want will be magically moved to you because it is the law of the universe. Now, this is something very, very crucial in manifestation. When you practice gratitude, you are aligning yourself to the existing laws of the universe. You are not taking it away. You are aligning yourself with the existing laws of the universe in the abundance of creation. So, this alignment creates a flow where, in turn, the universe gives you, provides you what you are receiving. It's not about just receiving, right? It is about how universe will give everything that you're looking for. It will work for you to have it. I don't know if you would know this, but there's a beautiful dialogue, in one of Shah Rukh Khan's movie. It says that if you in Hindi it is किसी चीज को अगर what is it? Uh, किसी चीज को किसी चीज को इतनी शिद्दत से अगर चाहो तो द एंटायर कायनात गेट्स इनटू ए साजिश, पूरी कायनात इस साजिश में जुड़ जाती है दैट कि वो चीज आपको मिल जाए. So this is exactly what it is. It shows me. Why does it show me? It sounds like you might have switched to a different language. Please update it so that we can provide better quality transcriptions. No. So apparently the AI is working when I'm not asking it to work. It is asking me if you have shifted to a different language and if you want us to create a script for it. No. So basically what it says is that if you love something, yeah, if you love something to an extent, if you love something to an extent that you are crazy about it, you don't think anything about it, that divanagi, that pagalpan, if you go to that extent, the universe will conspire for you to have that thing. It is no longer your business. It is no longer your how. You don't have to be worried about it. The universe will provide, but you need to have that faith that you are in that source. When I was buying a car, when I was buying a car, I wanted to buy a car, and I didn't have the money to pay for the down payment. So what I did, I just used to sit, I used to manifest that I am driving this car. I'm telling you a fact. I'm driving this car, the brand of the car, and what color is the car, where am I driving it, and how am I driving it, what all places that I'm going in that car. And I used to create this every day morning without money, okay? I'm telling you honestly, without money, no money. Eventually, what happened? One day, my bank called me and they said, I have a pre-approved 100% loan on it, okay? Whatever way. I was okay with the loan, I was okay with the EMI and all. I was okay with it. Then the company that I was thinking, the car brand that I was thinking about. So what I did when the bank called me saying that you have a pre-approved loan for this car, uh, what I did is that I tried to find out which companies offer the car, which companies offer it. And the one that I was imagining was the brand that contacted me first, right? Although I never went ahead with the car, although I never went ahead with that purchase, for some reasons, I never went for it. But this was also a trial that I was trying to do. If I'm able to manifest things in my way, so I could actually sit, imagine, and manifest things in a way that I could get the bank to contact me for the amount of the loan. I could get the people, the brand that I was interested in, the car brand that I was interested in. See, I actually put to be honest to you, I actually searched it on Just Dial for cars, cardeko.com, in fact. And I did it for a range that I want from this many lakh to this many lakhs car. So many cars come in it. But in my mind, I always was driving one car because I loved that car. So in my mind, I was driving that car. And of all the companies that the message went to, the first one to call me was the car that I was driving, or I was figuring, or I was thinking that I'm driving. So I created so much of aura around the sankalp that I have. I created so much of aura around the sankalp that I had, that I was able to create the the reality based on my sankalp and based on my uh, bhavna that is attached to it. And this works for everything. This works for everything. See, in in uh, in in the Sanatan Dharma, Lakshmi is not considered a material. Lakshmi is considered as the goddess of abundance, right? Lakshmi is not considered as a material, but she's considered as an embodiment of wealth. She's considered for prosperity. She's considered for purity. She's considered for auspiciousness. You embody Devi Lakshmi is an embodiment of wealth, of prosperity, of purity, of auspiciousness. And even the same thing, if you want to attract Lakshmi into your life, you need to believe that she resides there, right? Our ancestors will say na, that Lakshmi nahi aayegi. So that means Lakshmi is not there in your house. It is there, but you keep things clean. Where you reside, you respect that harmony, you respect that gratitude, you disrespect negativity. You will never say, if the house is not clean, you don't say, right, कि रहने दो, चलेगा, Lakshmi आएगी. No, you will prepare, you will try. And our ancestors, my grandmothers and all, they used to say that, घर को साफ रखो, लक्ष्मी नहीं आएगी, घर को साफ रखो, लक्ष्मी नहीं आएगी. And it is not because the Lakshmi is not there, but you prepare yourself. And what sankalp and what bhavna you put into your thought decides the kind of reality that comes in your life. And this is exactly what she's trying to tell you in this entire chapter. If you want something good to happen in your life, if you want something nice to come to your life, be prepared for it. Be the vessel that has to be filled in. Don't be a stupid vessel that requires. So if you take an expensive, let's say, this thing, that if you have a flask that you want to fill up with let's say coffee or tea or something like that, what is that you do? You first rinse the flask with hot water so that the things remain hot. The same way, if you want something to come to your life, you need to prepare yourself first. Be the vessel that God wants to put, or the universe wants to put things into. Prepare yourself, live that dream, be there actually, right? And that is when you will have what you're looking for. It is your internal vibration. When your mind is in the state of gratitude, trust me, your vibrations are more because you are happier. You're sending a positive energy rather than thinking, "Ayo, I don't have a car, everybody has a car." That is a negative feel. And when you think you don't have a car, what is that you're attracting? The same thing. But when you say that, okay, I know I have a car, I'm driving it, and thank you, universe, or thank you, God, for giving me that car. You're instantly creating a positive, harmonious frequency. And this pure state, this pure mental state, naturally draws in more positive experiences, draws in more abundance into your life because like attracts like. Remember this, like attracts like. You are constantly shaping your inner reality. You are constantly shaping your external reality. Remember, your external reality is like standing in front of a mirror. So if you stand in front of a mirror without, let's say, wearing a shirt. Let's keep it a little humble. So if you stand in front of a mirror without wearing a shirt, don't expect the reflection to have a shirt. It will not have it. And that is how universe works. It is a reflection of what you think. It is a reflection of how you portray yourself. And learn to be in that reflection. Learn to be in the mechanism of attracting consciousness in a purified and in a grateful manner, because that will create abundance for you. You can choose to live in an environment, in a state of mind where you're always confusing and complaining, or you can choose to live in a state of mind where you are thankful. When you are complaining, you are not getting anything. Trust me, you're not getting anything. When you are living that gratitude, even then you are not getting anything. It's a fact. At that moment, you're not getting anything. But when you are complaining, you are attracting, you are ruining your future because you are attracting the same in the future as well. But when you are thanking, probably you are not getting anything at the present, but at least you are repairing your future. You are repairing it in such a way that things will fall in place for you. The sattvic bhavna that you will have, the positive feeling that you will have, the gratitude that will actually shuddhify the nature of, shuddhify the reality for you, right? And that is what she is telling you in this entire chapter. Now, she's asking you to do something as an exercise that, if you do, will help you to do this purification or being in the state of gratitude. What do you most want right now? At the beginning of this book, I asked you to get really clear about what you want in every area of your life. If you didn't do that earlier, now is the time. So, at the start of the book, she had asked us to list down the things that you want. If you have not listed it, now might be a good time to list it. Go to the list you created now and choose your top 10 desires of this magical practice. You can select 10 desires from. 8:30. Thank you. You can select 10 desires from different areas of your life, such as money, health, home, and relationships, or you might want to choose 10 desires in one area you really want to change, such as work or success. Be clear and specific about what you want, what you most want, so that you can see the changes magically happen from this practice. Imagine you're putting in a magic order with the universe for your top 10 desires, because in truth, by using the law of attraction, that's exactly what you're doing. Now, what you're doing in here is that you're trying to make a list of the top 10 things that you want in life, no matter whatever field it is, no matter wherever it is from. And you are going to write them and you are going to live that dream. You are going to be very specific about what you want, what are the changes that you're looking for, and putting in a magic order with the universe. So you're ordering the universe, or you are aligning yourself with the universe to provide you what you're looking for. All right. It's like when you go for buying a dress, you have two options. You can select, you can go to the shop. I'm sure women understand this. You can go to the shop, you can go to 10 different shops, make them remove all the dresses that they have, and then select five of them and not buy a single one. That is your choice. All right. Or you create what you want, you know what you want, you have an idea about what dress you want. You go there, tell the shopkeeper, this is the dress that I'm looking for. And one of the shopkeeper gets you exactly that kind of a dress or something similar. So exactly that is how this works. Now sit down on the computer at a computer with a pen and a journal and create a separate list of your top 10 desires in the following way, as though you have received it. This is important, as though you have received them in the present format. Thank you, thank you, thank you for, let's say, thank you for, what did I receive yesterday? I received a free lunch. So let's say I'm going to put this as free lunch, right? Uh, and let's say this is in future, right? So let's say, what do I want? Um, what am I looking for? Let's say watch. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the watch and fill in the blank place with your desire. I have received it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the watch that I have received. Right? Even though I have not received it, even though I have not done it, but still you're being thankful. Then again, thank you for the high marks in my result, which got me exact college I wanted. Thank you for your great news that we are having a baby. Thank you for our dream home, which has everything we wanted to have to the last details. I'll tell you one thing, when you're doing manifestation, imagining the last thing to the core also helps. Personally, I know people who have made businesses or who have got business contracts worth more than crores. Crores. I'm not talking about lakhs. I know businessmen who have worked on their manifestation and they were able to get into contracts worth crores. And when I speak to him, when I talk to him what it is, he will tell me every detail that he had manifested in his mind. How did he go for the meeting? What dress he wore? What he imagines everything. I'm wearing this thing. I've got a pen. I've got a blue shirt. I've got this cufflink. I'm wearing this trousers. I'm wearing this socks. I'm wearing this shoe. I'm going out of the house. I'm taking this car. This driver is driving me. This is the path I'm going. He imagines everything and thanks it. So he very meticulously creates the roadmap for the universe to give you what you want. And trust me, this works. So, the same way, create thank you for everything that you want to have, as in you already have this. Right. Writing thank you three times in a row is a powerful thing to do because it prevents you from throwing the words away and increases your focus of gratitude. So, writing anything is always more fruitful because it aligns with your subconscious mind, right? When we were kids, I don't know about you, but when I was kid, my mom used to tell me, write and learn, write and learn, write and learn. Probably I never understood why she said that, but as I grew up, I understood, or at least now I understand that it was just because it helped me remember things and bind it subconsciously in my mind. It will come automatically because you're putting not just the brain, but you're also putting your muscle memory into it, right? So writing to thank is a very powerful thing. Say thank you three times is almost magic formula because it is mathematical number for all creation of the universe. For example, it takes one male, one female to create a baby. The male, female, baby, total three, completing a new creation. The same rule of three applies in the creation of everything in the universe, including the creation of desire. So when you say thank you three times in a row, you're using the magic number of creation and the secret magic formula. So when you say thank you, make sure you say it for three times, because number three is apparently considered magical in the universal law. It is considered the 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 number of creation. It is considered a number of creation. One of the examples is that when you see a leaf, a new leaf coming up, you will always see it like this. It is a number three. It is a new creation. Number three is considered a number of creation. So when you say thank you, make sure that you say it for three times. Doesn't harm if you say it for more than that, but three is a number that is good. Right. The second step of make all your wishes come true involves saturating your desires with even more gratitude. You can complete the second step at any time during the day today, either at the same time as listing your top 10 desires or intermittently throughout the day. So the second step that we are going to talk about, you can do this either when you're writing the list, all the list that we had, or you can do it separately. To saturate each of your desires with gratitude's magical power, begin with the first desire on your list and using your imagination mentally answer the following question as do you have received it. So think about your first desire and answer these three questions. What emotions did you feel when you received your desire? So what is the emotion that you feel? Who was the first person you told when you received your desire, and how did you tell them? So imagine how you express that gratitude, how you put that gratitude to people. Imagine who you have told it, how you have told it. We all this is the level that we don't go. No matter how much good we are into manifestation, we think about it, we are dreaming about it, we practice it, but we never get into the level where you're actually conveying that to the next person. We're actually connecting it to the next person because we don't believe that much into it. There's a very beautiful story about a sage, a saint who there was no rain, and the sage was going to pray for rain. So he calls the entire village and he says that I want everybody to come and we are going to pray for rain. So everybody comes, but there is just one or two people who actually bought an umbrella. Right. So there's a lot of difference between what you think you're doing and what you have the entire unshakable faith in what the result is going to be. So this is one thing. When you think about something, when you think that you have received it, you thinking about it in a positive manner as if you have received it. But we don't go further beyond that. We don't go and tell, imagine that I'm telling this to my mother that I have received it and how she is reacting. So this is an important thing in creating and solidifying that gratitude or that manifestation that you're going to do. Okay, what is the first great thing you did when you received your desire? Include such as much details as you can in your mind. This is very, very important that you include detail. I know people who actually make a speech, they say that speech when they receive things. So if they're aiming for a certificate, if they're aiming for something good. I'm saying this because I know somebody who aimed for a certification into something, and when they did this, they actually prepared a speech that he will make on the stage, right? And he eventually received it and he eventually did. So this is something that you need to do. Finally, reread each desire and really emphasize the magic word thank you so that you feel them as much as you can. Please, this is something very important. When you have a sankalp, put the bhavana into it, put your faith, put your soul and heart into it. Believe that it is true. Don't do it with trust. Don't do it with trust. Do it with faith. Move on to the second desire on your list and follow the same steps each desire until you completed all 10 desires. Spend at least 1 minute on each desire. So, whatever desires you have, please write it down and take them through this thing. Tell them what is the emotion you felt, and who was the first person you told, and what is the first great thing you did after after you received your desire. If you want to do something that's really powerful, a lot of fun, you can also create a magic board. Yes, this is something that you can create where you can attach pictures of your desires, cut out the pictures and attach them to a board. That's a place where you see it often. Put the magic word, thank you, thank you, thank you, and big bold letters on a magic board, or you can use a refrigerator as a magic board. If you have a family, you can create a magic board as a family project because children love it. Imagine a magic board that is truly magical, and whatever you place in the picture of your board is instantly being moved towards you. Your continued gratitude for it will magnetize it all the way into your life. This is something that I'll advise you to do. If you can get a magic board, write thank you, thank you, thank you on it, and then put the picture of everything that you want. If you want to have a nice Audi car, put the picture of that Audi car, select the car in that color, select the model that you want, select the year that you want, and put the picture in that car and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So every time that you look at that board, you will invariably thank for it being in your life. So imagine it is in your life. Imagine you have that car. Think at it, look at it, and be grateful for it. This is something that you can do. And this will also teach, if you do this with your kids, it will also teach them to be grateful in life. It will teach them a very important thing in their life, that is to have the positivity and the skill to attract what they want in life. Remember that. And that is very, very important lesson that you can teach your children. Now, coming down to the magic practice number 13 that we are doing, make all your wishes come true. So, what is that she's telling you? See, again, this thing, she is every day, she will make sure that she tells you this thing. This heart yesterday was, I don't know why this heart is not. I want to build, make a good heart. Heart is coming as a square. This should actually come as a heart, but for some reason it is coming as a square. It's coming as a square rectangle. So, the first thing that you need to do is count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. This is something that she has been telling every day. So, count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you are grateful, reread your list at the end of each blessing. Say thank you, thank you, thank you, and and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Sit down at your computer or with a pen and a pencil and a journal and list your top 10 desires. Write thank you 3 times before each, as though you have already received it. This is important, as though you have already received it. Do not do this as if you are in doubt. It will not work, right? Please do this as you have already received it. For example, thank you for my new watch. Thank you for my new laptop, whichever you want. And please don't say thank you. Feel it and say it. Since I am saying it in the go, I'm saying thank you. Thank you, but don't say it like that. Feel thank you for thank you, thank you for the watch that I have. Thank you. Feel it and say it. Use your imagination, answer the following questions in your mind as though you have received each one of your 10 desires. So follow this formula of what emotions did you feel when you received your desires? Who was the first person you told when you received your desires? And how did you tell them? What is the first great thing that you did when you received your desires? Include as much details as you can. This is the key, to be honest to you. Include the details, because the more you think about details, the more you will attract it. Finally, reread the sentence listing in your desire and really emphasize the magic word thank you, so that you feel them as much as you can. If you like, create a magic board. And if you do this, this is something that will really enhance the way you think about it. So if you can do this, please do this. Create a magic board, cut out the pictures, write it on a piece of paper, make it as interesting, as beautiful as it can be. It's your dream. Keep it beautiful. So create a magic board, create the pictures, find out the pictures, take a print out of pictures, or cut it from magazines, newspapers, write on a piece of paper and put it on the board. I do have a magic board, but I cannot show it to you because I'll have to return the entire thing, entire setup. So create that magic board and it actually works for you. Trust me. So title the board. Yeah. So you title the board as thank you, thank you, thank you, and in big bold letter. This is something that yes, you can do if you if you have a board, if you get a board, I would say please get a board and do this. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rocks. And again, the last thing that you have to do is to be grateful for everything that you have. Be grateful for one good thing that happened to you in your life today, and hold the magic rock and say your thank you. So she's asking you, as I always say, she's asking you to start your day with gratitude. She's asking you to end your day with gratitude. This is not she asking you. This is there in our Vedic wisdom. She's just telling you in a different way. So please be grateful for what you have in your life. Please be happy for what you have in your life. Please do not forget to thank for everything you have in your life, because trust me, there are a lot many people in this world who are not as fortunate as you are. Probably you do not have a Nike shoes, or you do not have the most expensive thing that you want to have in your life. But trust me, there are people in this life, there are people in this world who don't even know that Nike Air exists, because they don't have the slippers to wear. They don't have a flip flop to wear. So do not be sad about what you don't have. Be thankful for what you have, and eventually you create a design in the universe. Eventually you design your universe the way you want it. Remember, your sankalp is what creates your reality. Your sankalp, your bhavna is what creates the reality that you want. If you want to create, if you, when you have the power in your hand to do this thing, please try to make it as a good one. You know, as per the purusharth of life, uh, anything that you want in, anything that you want in your life is considered good, as long it is on dharmic, on as long it aligns with the purity of dharma. So money, luxury, cars, house, everything becomes sattvic. It is a requirement that you have in your life. There is nothing wrong when desiring a Mercedes Benz or a Maybach or a Rolls Royce. But when you desire for a Rolls Royce, you should be so sure that yes, you will get it. Only then the universe starts redesigning your life so that you can have the Rolls Royce one day. It is not going to ask somebody to bring a Rolls Royce and give it to you. No, it is not going to do that. You will have to design it in such way that the universe designs the life around you in such a manner that one day Rolls Royce becomes something that you can afford. You're not going to get a Rolls Royce tomorrow if today you sit down and think that, oh, I want to have a Rolls Royce. No, it's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. But if you sit down and if you think that, yes, I will have it, so what it does is that it will first create the situation where you'll get more job. It will create the situation where you will have better business. It will create the situation where you will have more profit. It will create the situation where you will get out or climb in your life. And eventually, one day, your sattvic bhavna, see, very important, I'm telling this to you, that it will not work if it is not sattvic. Sattvic means it will not work if it is not pure. It will not work if it is not positive. It will not work if it is not positive in nature. It's not like you are thinking, oh, I want to have a Rolls Royce so that I can run over my neighbor and kill him. No, it will not work. So if you want to have a Rolls Royce, if you want to have a car, if you want to have a nice car, if you want to have a nice expensive car, and think that, oh, I want to have this car so that I can run over my neighbor because he shows me up. No. Your idea should be sattvic. Your bhavna should be sattvic. It should be pure. It should be positive. And that is when you will have gratitude, and it should create a chitta shuddhi, that is the pure mind thought. If you do not have the pure mind thought, if you do not have a pure mind while manifestation, it doesn't work, right? And also remember, when you have gratitude in your life, your mind is free from agitation, your mind is free from fear, your mind is free from negativity, because you're forcing that gratitude in your life. And our mind is like a glass. It's your choice. You want to fill it with negativity, complaint, stuff, and all. and ruin the present. You're already cribbing about the present and also ruin the future. Or you can fill in your mind with gratitude, with the sattvic bhavna, with the pure mind, and you can always not just enjoy the present state, because when you have gratitude, you do not have agitation, fear, complaint, and negativity, but also improve the future that is there for you. It's a choice you have to make, and every stage of life, life and universe will give you the choice to make that choice. It will give you the options to make that choice. That is the message for today. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a great and a wonderful day ahead of you guys. On day 14, we will have the magical day. Have a magical day, and we will see how things go with this. Meanwhile, till the time we meet again tomorrow, have a lovely day ahead of you. Have a positive day. Have a fun-filled day. Have a grateful and a gratitude day. Be humble. Be happy. Be positive in life. Things will improve. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You too. Thank you.